Coming to you from the great state of Wisconsin, this is a CS27 Studios production. You're listening to the Binary Brothers Podcast featuring Ryan and Clay. It's time now to open your ears and prepare your mind because life's too short to be constrained in black and white. So without further ado, here are your hosts, Ryan and Clay.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the Binary Brothers Podcast, episode 22, and also the first episode of the new year. January 2019. My name is Clay. Co-hosting with me, as always, is Ryan.
Hey, that's me. I'm the Ryan he mentioned.
Yes, you are. All right, we got audio still, just audio.
Yeah, we posted that teaser, bit of a teaser. See, let people know what we have in mind, right?
Yeah, we want to go video as well. We're trying to evolve, boost our game, but we gotta still work some things out. So. Audio in the meantime.
Yeah. We're not going to leave you hanging.
No.
While we figure stuff out.
We gotta get an episode out. It's been a while. It's been too long, really.
It's been too long. But we've been busy again. We keep saying that, but we gotta get on it for the people. You know.
We do.
I think we can do it.
Yeah. No excuses.
None.
We're better than this.
We're not going to make excuses. You know, it's not like. Was that a blown call or not? Like this, you would have.
But the Polar Vortex. I mean, come on.
The vortex, it messed people's lives up.
It was nuts for a while. I mean, still for a while, I guess.
I mean, school's been canceled all week. Yeah, it's not been a good time. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, Polar Vortex is done. Yeah, tell that to my car after work. With its -9 reading for the temperature right now. It's still not good times here.
No, but as we go into the night, it's actually going to get warmer.
Oh yeah, we might hit none degrees overnight. So
yeah, that'll be exciting. And that's Fahrenheit. That's not even Celsius. If it was none degrees Celsius, that would be nice and balmy and shorts weather.
Oh yeah, we'd be out here. People would be out in tank tops.
Mm-hmm.
Mowing their lawns.
Playing a little beanbag toss.
Yep. A little bit of, what's that thing with the, oh, dang it. What is it? Sport. Play it in the yard. It's got a net. It's not volleyball, though. You know what it is. You got to tell me. I know you know what it is, Clay.
I don't quite know.
Badminton.
Ah, see.
You just whip out the old badminton set?
I actually was not going to guess that.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking like slam ball or whatever, but that's not a net. That's a trampoline thing.
No, totally trampoline.
Yeah.
You were way off.
No, when you said not volleyball, I just disregarded anything with a volleyball net, including badminton.
Well, I said a net, but not volleyball.
I know, but then I went to thinking like basketball, but that's in a driveway, not in a yard. And I was thinking like soccer, and I was like, I don't know. I don't think that's it.
A lot of things with nets.
Yeah. I thought hockey, but I mean, I guess
not in the yard.
I guess yards are full of ice nowadays.
The old ice yard?
Yeah. I mean, if you haven't already been able to tell, this episode is about the, I think I'm going to name it the Super Polar Vortex Bowl.
Super Polar Vortex Bowl.
Yeah. That's what this episode's all about.
I feel like that's appropriate.
Yep. And I think that eliminates us from any copyright strikes or anything.
Yeah. I think the thing is you're not allowed to say the phrase. We talked about the Super Bowl last year.
Whoa!
We're going to touch on it again.
Whoa, Ryan!
Oh, no. We talked about the big game.
The big game.
Last year.
Yes.
Because it is the biggest game in all of sports ever. There are no bigger games.
Yes.
We in America have the best games.
The best games. They're huge.
But yeah, so we talked about this sporting event.
It's coming up.
For when people buy their giant TVs. Last year, yeah, you can't. Again,
I think they rent them.
You can't. Some people rent them. I was on the fence. I was gonna buy. There's a TV. Okay, not for the game. It just so happened now is the time when they go on sale, right? You get
I guess
you get sales.
I never check prices around this time.
So you get, like, February
know.
is one of the best times. Late January, February is, like, the best time to buy a TV because everyone's having those sales. It's, like, after CES.
Yeah, it's
so,
true.
Like,
and after
people
the
have announced
holidays.
their new stuff. Yeah, so it's like they're trying to get rid of everything.
Yeah, I got you.
And so they had, like, the TV I wanted, and it was on sale. But I was like, nah, it's not. I'm fine. I'm fine for this year. I don't need a giant TV to watch the game. Plus, I might not even end up watching it here, so...
How big is your TV?
55.
Ooh, mine's 55 as well.
I was eyeing up a 65-inch 4K just to get like a bigger screen going on and upgrade. You know, maybe get myself ready for a little bit of 4K gaming system or something in the future.
Sure, possibilities are endless.
Of course, but I decided to be fiscally responsible. Don't need a new TV right now.
You're such an adult.
Yeah, it's you can't just pull the trigger on every little thing you want.
Nope.
You gotta pay the bills.
You definitely do. And you know what else you gotta do? You gotta warm up before getting into the brunt of an episode.
Yeah, we can't just jump into it.
No, we started to, but we gotta stop ourselves before we get in too deep.
No. So, what do you want to start with? You want to start with a little bit of music, maybe?
A little bit of music, sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Right now, listening. Just kind of listen to a good chunk of Metallica right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just kind of going through albums, whatever strikes my fancy, whether it be Master of Puppets, Black Album, and Justice for All. Just kind of going through it.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really go wrong with Metallica.
No, you can't really. Maybe do some of their live stuff too. It's good.
I've never been a fan of live albums.
It's I don't listen to like the entire live album. There's just a couple songs that aren't like album songs that like they do covers of or something.
Okay.
And I'll like pull those up or whatever. But I mean, there are a couple other songs that they've done really well live, and that like the crowd noise is just really amped up on it and kind of nice.
Yeah.
But, yeah, for the most part, I'm not a big fan of the live versions of songs. But every once in a while.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying with like different versions or covers or stuff, and then sometimes that like hearing the crowd is like a cool thing.
Yeah, because like there's one song like there's their song "Creeping Death." They get the crowd like really into it at the beginning, like just shouting. So it's kind of fun to hear them do that. That's one of their songs that I'll listen to live. But yeah, what about you?
Me, I think what I've played a couple times recently is Weezer's new album, and it's because it's a cover album. The whole thing is a cover album.
Yeah.
So, they released Africa however long ago and did that, and everyone lost it. And
what did they release before then? They released a different cover song before that one.
I don't know what they had, if they had one before this.
They did. I remember this because then somebody fans were like claiming for them to release or do Africa by Toto or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they did, and I don't know. But there was a song before that they did.
Oh, Rosanna? Another Toto song?
Maybe. I mean, that would make sense, right?
Yeah, so I guess people wanted to do Africa, and then...
Because they were like, oh, that's a Toto song, you should also do Africa by Toto.
Yeah. So they did that, but I dig the album. It's covers of, good songs. I especially enjoy their cover of No Scrubs by TLC.
I can imagine that being good.
So it's just you can imagine it, right? It's like Weezer and the start of that song. It's like, oh. It's just good times. So that I've listened to a few times over, just because they're all solid songs and they're done by Weezer, who I enjoy.
Yeah, he put out good stuff.
So that's what's been in rotation this last week or so.
Nice.
Oh.
Tell you what, I'm excited for this Polar Vortex to be over with.
Yeah, I think that's what both of us are most excited for at this point.
Yep.
Is the end of the Polar Vortex.
Oh my god. Like earlier this month it was like 56 degrees.
Yeah. It's just like a day where it's like, yeah. We'll be in mid-50s.
Yep.
No problem. It's just downpoured.
Yeah.
Like for a couple days. Like I'm worried about water getting in the basement. No. Not anymore.
I mean, you will eventually.
We will. Yeah, it will. What? It's supposed to warm up like Monday, Tuesday.
It's supposed to be like 40s this weekend.
It's supposed to be 40s again.
This week it's like negative 100, and then 40s this weekend. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just all over the place.
It is. Can't make up its mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for it to not be so cold. I'm like running the heat all the time. Just keep the house warm. I'm like, my car's struggling to start. It's not good times. But
I haven't even gone in my car the past couple days. They've closed everything. Like office was closed, so I've been working from home.
Yeah. School's
closed. Businesses are closed.
The mall
running out of food.
Mayfair closed. Like me and my buddy.
I can imagine.
Me and my buddy were gonna go see the new Dragon Ball movie.
There's a new Dragon Ball movie.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Super Broly, man. It's wrecking
Is it live action?
No, not live action.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yet. Exactly. I didn't see either one of the live action ones, but we were looking them up last night because I did go out last night.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I went out. It was like we were gonna go see this movie, and the movie theater was closed. So instead, I swung by Best Buy, got some because they have like all the Dragon Ball stuff like on sale. So I bought like a couple like triple packs of movies.
Best Buy was open.
Best Buy was open.
That's crazy.
Best Buy
I didn't think anybody was open.
No, like people were open, man. People were open and people were out.
Really?
Yes, I was surprised. And then what else was it?
I guess if they didn't have to like work from home,
yeah,
like people with technology jobs.
Yeah, like what are they gonna do? Like I worked from home the other day. I wasn't gonna do it today because I needed to go in the office. I needed to meet with someone, but we had like the option to work from home all weekend. Like one guy was like, "I'm gonna work from home." I was like, "No, can't focus here." And I get that. I get like lack of focus.
Yeah, if you don't have a good space in your home,
problem is like,
if you have children or whatever, it can be hard. It can be tough.
Well, or your wife who teaches.
Well, true.
So,
I guess.
Pay attention to me. I would love to, but I'm supposed to be working.
Go grade some papers or something.
Print and laminate 50,000 sheets of paper because
we need some more transparencies.
There's times when I'm sitting here at this desk and the printer's on the desk and all of a sudden the printer starts going and I feel like it doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop.
Are you printing a novel?
Thank God that we got that ink subscription service from HP. So that
they do ink subscriptions now?
Yeah, so it's like you pay a certain amount of money per month to print X number of pages per month. And I think their biggest plan is like 300 or 500 pages a month.
Yeah.
And then you pay like, I think $1 or something for an extra set of 20, 25 or 30 pages, depending on your plan. And so it's kind of nice because they just like ship you cartridges. So instead of buying a cartridge every time stuff runs out, we just get them shipped whenever, but we have to like pay the difference between whatever we print. But she prints like a crap ton for like a month or two out of the year, and then prints like a normal amount throughout the rest. Been meaning to take a look at if we're actually saving money. I assume we are because like the ink is stupid.
Oh, right. That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Printers are cheap. The ink is not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I print maybe one page per year.
Right? Right?
So, last time I've owned a printer was pre-college.
Yeah.
It was high school.
I printed a return label for something the other day, and normally I just do that at work.
Yeah, usually if I have to print something, I just do it at work. The one page I need to print.
But the life of a teacher, man, especially a K4 teacher.
I can imagine. I mean, that's when my printing was off the hook as a student.
Right.
It was in that, frame, the K through 12.
Or when you're printing out your code to turn into your professor in college.
Well, right.
Killing trees. Oh, yeah, I'm excited for the Polar Vortex to be done. I don't really have much coming up. Other than that, you get tryouts in a couple weeks.
Hopefully it's warm.
It's indoors.
Oh, then that's nice.
Down at Carthage in the old Tarble Center.
Ah.
Fancy, right?
Yeah.
Those private school gymnasiums.
Yeah, they do have a very nice little gymnasium.
I gotta get back to Ripon and check the new one out.
Oh yeah, I haven't gone there since they renovated either. Maybe we'll have to do a road trip sometime.
We should, because it's supposed to be the cat's pajamas.
The cat's pajamas. I mean, I've seen pictures of it. It looks nice.
Of cats in pajamas?
Yes, both.
Both are very nice things.
Right.
Maybe we do a Binary Bros cat pajamas calendar.
They're going to have to feature your cats because I don't have any.
Here's the deal. We don't have any cats anymore either.
Oh, no! This plan is ruined. Ruined.
Oh.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.
Might as well just close up shop. No more podcast.
That's it. Yeah, I thought we were getting ready to do video, but without cat's pajamas.
The only reason I was doing this was because of the cats that you had.
And just jump up on the bar, strut their stuff with the pajamas on.
Oh yeah, I mean, we'd get so many views.
Just rake in all the money.
All the money.
Oh, Ryan and Clay, why are your cat's pajamas always sold out?
God, just think of the merchandising. Be the next Star Wars and Disney. Mickey Mouse. Oh, man. Getting copyright strikes all over this episode.
Just whatever. It's too late now.
Doesn't matter.
The NFL, Disney, everyone. Come at us.
Doesn't matter. Giving you free publicity, take it.
Right. Don't be mad.
How dare you be mad at us?
We're just the little guys.
We're punching up. Man. I'll tell you what, though. Like, I remember last year, I'm kind of falling into the same trap as last year. I remember last year, around this time, January, early February, cold out, and this was when the game Sea of Thieves came out.
Yeah.
And it's a great game. I haven't actually played it lately, but I enjoyed it for a long time, especially when it came out, because you're just sailing in the ocean, and like it looks like you're in the Caribbean. So I was just playing that, and it's cold outside, and I'm like, oh, this warms my heart. Like virtual warmth. I could just imagine myself in the Caribbean on a warm sandy beach, digging up treasure.
Your own personal escape.
Yeah, it was. And now right now I haven't played Sea of Thieves, but I've just started watching a crap ton of like golf videos and stuff. Especially if it's like, Arizona, Florida, or whatever. Just anywhere warm. Gotta get out of this polar vortex. Mentally.
It's
been tough. Been draining.
Yeah, it's been like nuts. Like, people are dying.
Have people died? How many people have died? What's the stats? What's the death count?
21.
21? Like in the entire vortex?
Well, okay, so
or just the area?
Polar Vortex near's end blamed for 21 deaths. Let me see if that's in any... I think it's just, Midwest.
Midwest?
I think it's just saying, like, all of the vortex.
Midwest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean... And I wonder what percentage of those are, like, homeless.
That's what's so terrible.
Like, how can only 21 people have died from this?
It's crazy, right? Because
there's got to be more homeless people than that.
You think about the number of homeless people, like, here and then, like, in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, there's no way that it's only... I'd be surprised if it were only 21. It's like I see all the stuff in the news about, shelters and everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's warming shelters for sure, but they reach capacity pretty quickly.
And it's like, what was it? I think the stat was, it was so cold. It was like -40 or -50 wind chill.
Yeah.
And so the stat was like, if you have exposed skin, it could get frostbitten in 5 minutes as an adult.
Yeah.
So it's like, no matter how warm you can end up getting, it's just going to be a nightmare.
Unless they're pros at it. They might be pros at it. They've got like 10 layers on, and then 10 like blanket sleeping bag over the top of them, tent. I mean, if they got all that, they could probably survive, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you're well prepared, which I guess is probably the part of the thing with a lot of those, outreach campaigns, right, is to get people supplied with stuff like that.
Yeah, but I don't know what all they have or what all they stocked up with, in the homeless communities. The under the bridge communities, slums, whatever they call them.
Yeah, I don't think they call them slums. I think they're...
I don't know. It's just the first word that came up to my head.
I think slums is just like a poor, like Slumdog Millionaire. Like, just a poor...
No. Yeah,
poor area?
I didn't mean that. I meant...
Well, it's not... We're not in India.
Don't accuse me of being insensitive.
I would never accuse you of being insensitive. That's...
Why I never.
That's not me. How dare you?
How dare you? Yeah, what do they call those areas though? Like,
I've only ever heard like 10,
whatever?
Yeah, like 10 cities. Like 10 all I've ever.
Okay.
10 cities, or I have no idea. But like, I keep getting like the Red Cross is all over me for my blood.
Yeah.
And like they're all over the news, like, give us your blood.
Give me your blood.
Because apparently like it's rough when it gets cold out. Everything gets crazy, and they had like canceled blood drives and all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's great. You don't really think about that. It's like, oh, the weather's really cold, stuff's closed, and I don't stop to think, oh yeah, blood drives are getting canceled, so hospitals and stuff are going through more blood than they're bringing in.
Yeah.
I remember one time I did like a blood drive at the mall, and
it's exactly
it was in
where
some
I
like
want to go to do a blood drive.
It was in some like random weird conference room area. Like they have conference room in like Southridge.
Yeah, they have in the big malls. They have them. Like,
and so
Mayfair has like business areas, conference rooms, and stuff.
Yeah, so it was like in one of those, and they gave me like this like swag bag,
Ooh.
With like a bunch of random junk in it, like coupons for stuff and
Coupons.
like stickers.
Yeah. Makes sense. Incentive for people to come and give blood.
It's the people
because it's not a money thing. It's an actual physical, fluid shortage.
Take some of me.
Yeah. Like we can't actually create blood with money.
They can't just grow it.
It doesn't grow on trees.
Until science gets there, they're still going to need to take it out of other people.
Right.
Here's the deal. We haven't gotten here yet. I'm going to need you to hook you up to this thing. Just take like a bag, just a sack of your blood.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you've got like eight of these and you'll be fine.
Drink some apple juice.
Have a cookie.
I don't even remember when the last time I gave blood. I don't even know my blood type.
I have like a blood donor card somewhere, but I don't know what it is.
I'm either really screwed if anything happened.
Right?
I don't know.
Because like what's the most rare one? Like O's universe, right?
I don't even know.
Well,
that knowledge escapes me. That's how little I've dealt with blood.
Where's blood type? What we got? My keyboard's not being such a piece of trash anymore.
Well, that's good.
Which is nice.
It's still loud.
Yeah, I mean, it is right next to the keyboard.
It is a mechanical keyboard.
Yeah.
Don't
worry, guys. My mechanical keyboard fetish has not subsided at all.
It's going strong in 2019.
Yeah.
More powerful than ever.
Got new caps.
New caps don't fit the keys.
They don't fit the keys. I got the wrong set of caps. I didn't know. I was not aware that there are different layouts for the bottom row. I'm still a keyboard noob.
Oh, man.
It's AB negative.
Yours is?
No, not mine.
Oh.
I'd be absolutely screwed. It's the rarest blood type.
Oh, that's the rarest. Okay.
0.6% of Americans. Huh.
I feel like if I had that, I would have been notified of that already.
Yeah, I feel like that's something you would know. Like they would tell you, "Hey, by the way, be careful.
Be careful out there. Don't do anything stupid." Because the last time I did anything with like blood really was when I had heart surgery back in high school.
Yeah.
So I feel like at that point, if I had AB negative, they probably would have told me.
Yeah.
But I don't know, even from that experience, I was never really told, or if I was told, I wasn't listening, what my blood type was.
Yeah, like I said, they gave me a card, like I did a thing. And they gave me a card, it's got my name on it, tells me my blood type, it's all, yay! But I had that card somewhere. It's like in my old wallet, like I don't carry a giant wallet anymore, I've just got the stuff I need. In like a front pocket wallet.
I kind of wish they would almost put that on your like driver's license.
On your license, right?
Like, especially if you're like an organ donor.
Yeah.
Which, is everyone an organ donor now? Is it like opt out now?
I don't know. It might be. It might be opt out.
I mean, it was opt in for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if they changed it to opt out. I know some places did. I don't know if here in Wisconsin they did.
I didn't sign this thing though.
Yeah, I don't know if I did either.
It says donor,
but I've always checked to be a donor because I don't freaking care.
Yeah, like, take
I'm
it all.
Dead.
Whatever. Yeah, what do I need with
take whatever you need.
Like, I don't care. Take my face, whatever.
Right.
My license expires this year. I'm gonna have to get a new one. I've still got the old horizontal.
No.
Oh no, they're horizontal now.
Yeah, horizontal is what you want. The vertical is the old, or the newbie ones.
Yeah, I don't have the The weight is way off on here. Yowza. But yeah, the new ones have that like transparent like chunk in it and whatever.
Yep. Right where your face is.
Yeah, my wife's got one because she stopped having a fib license and
she fancy.
She got registered in Wisconsin where she belongs. Except for when it's Polar Vortex time.
Illinois was dealing with Polar Vortex as well, though.
Yeah.
So she could not escape it.
She's like, she'd rather be in Arizona with it being like being 150
I'd rather be in
degrees.
Arizona right now. It's actually where the current golf tournament is. Professional golf tournament's in Arizona.
Well, you should be there.
And I was watching it today on one of my monitors.
Well, you were working from home. You can get away with that.
Right. Well, I could get away with it at work too. Nobody really cares as long as you're getting your work done.
Yeah, that's the thing. Getting your stuff done, whatever.
At least that's how it should be.
I think that's how it should be.
Unless there's really like important restrictions on your network, your in business network or whatever.
Yeah, nah,
stuff
not
like
us.
that. Right.
Nah. We make jokes about pirating stuff we used to when it got slow. We used to have just semi-trash internet.
Oh.
And it was not a good time. The more people we got, the worse it got.
Don't hire them. We can't deal with it.
The network can't handle it.
We can't afford it. Oh, we got the money. No, it's not about money.
It's about the bandwidth.
It's about the bandwidth. Oh, man. But yeah. Oh, Arizona.
I could go for it. Typically I'm not like down for the heat, but I'd assume at this time
it's not
hot.
No, it's like I want to say it's like 70s there right now.
Yeah.
So it's still like in at night or whatever it gets down to probably 40 or 50.
Yeah.
It's the desert. It'll do that.
It is the desert. The desert does not play. Everyone's like, oh yeah, it's hot there all the time. Nah, it gets a bit chilly. It's a bit chilly. You're gonna want to look out.
Yeah.
And then there's snakes.
Yeah, but
sometimes.
There's snakes and there's scorpions. But you don't really see much of it. Unless you're down there in off grid areas.
Yeah.
Or semi off grid. Like most frequently visited places by humans are not full of those ridiculous animals.
Yeah. The ones that are like, you probably don't want to be anywhere near them.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to find them in your shoe when you wake up in the morning.
Right. But at least they don't. At least Arizona doesn't have freaking dinosaurs roaming around.
Yeah, right? People don't stop to think about that.
I can't handle that. I don't think I'm ever going to go down to Florida again in my life. As crazy as that sounds.
Just never?
Just never. I don't think so. Screw that place.
When we were down there on our timeshare vacation, which by the way, probably going on another one, because we got another one.
Oh my god!
And we might drive this time, so that'll be
god.
Be but when we went down there, we were leaving, and we had like some time, but not a lot of time. Like we knew we would make it to the airport with plenty of time and be able to return the car and all this stuff. We didn't know what to do. We like missed an opportunity to maybe go to like a gator farm type of thing. And we were driving there and we realized, oh, we got some time, but then like the gator farm was the opposite direction and we were like, probably don't have that much time. I don't know. And then I was thinking to myself, man, I'm like, do I really want to go to a gator farm now?
Actually,
doesn't that just
I think I went
scary?
there. I went to a gator farm or zoo or whatever they call it last time I was in Florida.
How was it?
It was interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to see dinosaurs in caged areas. Not a big fan of just seeing them roaming around in the open.
Yeah. It's like peacocks at the zoo? Sure.
Yeah.
Gators, put that behind some stuff.
Right. So, I've already been to Cape Canaveral, so there's not like that draw.
Yeah.
And it's really, it's a combination. It's a combination of the dinosaurs and also just the humidity.
It's not so much the heat, it's the gosh darn humidity.
Right.
I couldn't do it either. When we got down there, it's like that, and when we went to Jamaica, both humid. And it took me like a day and a half to just get adjusted to the fact that I'm just going to be, sweaty all the time.
Right. And I was in a couple years ago. I was down in like Austin, Texas. Even that was bad enough for me. I was there in like October, and it was like 80 degrees. But 80 degrees in October, I've done that in Phoenix, and that's great. That's perfect weather. But 80 degrees in Texas,
it's a whole different ballgame.
I was like dying. Wasn't used to it.
How do you guys do this?
Give me this polar vortex any time of the year.
Right.
Rather take this.
Isn't that like the rough thing about living here? Like in the Midwest, there's times when you're like, oh yeah, I hate the cold. But then it's like, I don't want to be anywhere near the humidity though.
Right. Why do I live in a place where the air hurts my face?
Right. It's bad. Like going outside. Like I did it for friendship. There was no other reason I was gonna go outside like yesterday or over the last couple days. Like it was just silly. You go outside, it's like 2 seconds later, your fingers are like, I've had enough of this.
I don't even think I would do it for friendship.
I did it.
If you would have called me up yesterday or today, and been like, hey, let's go. Going to Best Buy.
Go to Best Buy, get some Dragon Ball Z movies, and we're going to watch it.
I'd be like, oh man, it's tempting, but this weather.
Dude,
Dragon Ball Z, you almost had me. But this weather, man.
No,
I was not going outside. Just was not. I looked to see. I was like, should I check if I have mail? Not opening that door.
Yeah.
Not doing it.
Yep. I did it. We got some air leakage issues with our door.
Oh.
One of them's bad. So I gotta home ownership.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Figure that out. Yeah. I don't know. Like, what do? You just get like stuff to put on the door, or?
I mean, do you have seals around it? Like.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the.
Are they just broken seals?
I think the one door is just because it's like broken seals.
Do you need to go seal clubbing?
Yeah, it's clubbing day.
All right.
You'll say, all right, girl, let's go clubbing. Not what she thought.
Right. Yeah, you might need to check those seals, but like not now.
Nah, it's too late.
It's too late. You're gonna have to wait until
I'm gonna just let the vortex finish.
The weekend. Check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna be able to check it out because the super big game is on this weekend.
Yeah, the ultimate contest in sports is going on.
The ultimate entertainment competition.
Who has the best commercial?
I mean, come on. Like, what does that say about our society?
Right?
Like, there's a freaking show that I saw advertised that is like the show of the best super big game commercials.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? I mean, it's nothing new. That's been on. They've done shows like that for a while, but it like just kind of clicked this year.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what does that say about us?
Yeah, it's like I've seen that where it's like networks. There's those networks that do those like countdown shows or whatever, all the stuff, and they'll have a special where it's like, oh, what were the best commercials from last year or from like all time, and they'll spend hours going over commercials from like over years from all this stuff, and it's funny because you have this show where, and people are watching it, where it's like, this show is to show you the best advertisements for a thing, and in the meantime, while you're waiting to see what the top 2 things were, let us show you some more ads.
Right. Let's break to commercial during our list of commercials.
Yeah.
It's nuts, especially like, nowadays with cord cutting getting larger and larger because people are just can't stand ads anymore.
Hate them.
And paying for it. It's mostly like paying for it, right? Cable companies, you're paying for the subscription, but then they're also throwing ads in your face for half the show length, right?
Yeah, like I'd much rather do what my wife and I do, where we have 3 different like streaming services, and we've got like Amazon comes with theirs too, but that's just because we have Prime,
right?
Whatever. But like we explicitly pay for 3 different streaming services to get like that good mix of all the stuff we want, and it's like I do not want to see ads. Like we pay for the Hulu without ads. Like I'm not doing it.
Oh yeah. That was the big thing for me with Hulu. When I way back when they first came out with like their premium option, they still had ads with it, which annoyed the crap out of me. Because that's why I have Netflix. So that's why I got Netflix in the first place. Because like I could watch shows and stuff back when they still had shows, and there would be no commercials. You could binge watch stuff.
Yeah.
You could just throw something on. I could throw on an episode of Futurama or something before I, went to bed or something, and I didn't have to worry about commercials making it longer or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we're so used to seeing like ads now for just everything all over the place all the time. Yeah, that's why I'm like I will never have like cable again.
No.
I'm like sometimes I'm tempted by like those like internet cable type of things, like Google has like YouTube TV.
Oh yeah.
And there's like PlayStation View and
Sling
like TV
TV
now, Sling, yeah. You got all that stuff, and it's like it's just over the internet what you would get over the cable or like Dish or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it's like we don't watch enough stuff where it's like I need to see it live. Our over the air quality is good enough for basically anything we watch. So
right. Yeah, the only time I ever get tempted, like looking at cable, looking is a strong word. It's more like a glance.
Remembering that cable's a thing.
Yeah, and then not being happy that I don't have the one thing. It literally. If I could just get by itself the Golf Channel, that's all I'd ever need. Like I could have Netflix, I could do Hulu as well, but then if I could just pay separately solo for the Golf Channel, I'd have everything I'd ever want.
And it's like I don't know who it is. Maybe Hulu does it. I know there's some stuff where it's like you can add on like Showtime or you can add on HBO as like an extra thing. And there was rumors back when people were talking about like Google doing a TV service that they thought that they were going to pull off some sort of a la carte TV kind of thing where you could pay X number of dollars per whatever channel you wanted per month, which would just be ideal, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like you get a cable package and you pay, even if you get like the introductory rate and that's only like $40, you're getting a ridiculous amount of channels, and you're not really going to watch all those. You're interested in like a core group of channels. In your case, one channel, right?
Right. Like, do it. Like, if they're going to do something like that, do it like how they do with Project Fi, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you'd still pay like a base fee or whatever to have the service.
Mm-hmm.
And then you essentially just pay extra as you use extra. So if you use, whatever channels you use for a month or whatever, you pay extra for those.
Yeah.
Add on top or whatever. So you could have just the base, which is, I don't know, maybe like local. I don't know what it like. I think and obviously this sounds a lot like how cable plans are.
Yeah.
But the difference is this would still be a lot less expensive than what cable is. And that, I mean, that's why I switched from AT&T, my provider for self-service, to Google Fi. Was I essentially cut my bill in half. I'm saving the money I spent to buy the phone that I could actually get Google Fi on. It will be paid off with the savings from the plan in like, I don't know, 16 months.
Yeah.
1.5 years or whatever. And then beyond that, I'm essentially, in net positive if, comparing to if I would have just stuck with my old plan or service provider. Like, just something has to change because it's just, things just aren't really getting better.
And it's funny because it's like cable companies, more people are trying to do like alternative like cord cutter style stuff, mm-hmm. right? Like it's like AT&T owns DirecTV, and so they have DirecTV now.
Yeah.
So they do that.
Well, everyone thinks that they're going to be able to have a customer base for their own, like a good base for their own streaming service.
Yeah.
And, well, I mean, that's just, I don't know. It's not going to work. It's not going to go how they think it will. I think, like, the only company that will probably work well for is probably Disney, honestly. But even then, they're still, like, a year or so away from getting theirs up.
Yeah. They're a bit away. And it's like, I don't know.
But, I mean, all the channels, like NBC and CBS and, like, those companies, like, they own shares of, like, Hulu. So that's why, like, all their shows got pulled from Netflix now are on Hulu now. And I don't know, like, it's everyone wants to do their own streaming service just because of the success that Netflix has had. But mm-hmm. that's not, like, people don't want that. People are going to want, stuff to be on a single platform, which then brings us back to kind of the cable model. But that's not exactly how it needs to be. You can still kind of go away from the separate streaming services and still do an a la carte thing. That's not what cable is right now. Yeah. There's somewhere in between that works. But companies they don't want to do it because, quite frankly, it's going to cut down into their profits quite a bit.
Like they're making smart business moves.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, they are.
They're doing what's going to work out. What's likely going to work out best for their bottom line.
Their bottom line would be just fine.
No,
it's maintaining their bottom line and making it appear like they keep growing.
Yeah.
And making investors happy. The entire system is just screwed beyond belief, but we're not going to get into that for this episode.
No. Luckily, the big game can be picked up with your standard TV antenna.
Hopefully, if you live in an area that you can get over the air.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good point. Because there was one point where one of the apartments I had here, I just had like trash reception. I think it was the last place we were at. I could get channel 6.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get like channel 4 unless I moved the antenna. And it was like weird because I live 5 minutes away from our last place. Right. So it's all about just like how your setup is or whatever. And I got one of those like super thin wall antennas that was like way more powerful than it needed to be. But it was like cheap and whatever.
Yeah.
And it works. It's funny because here at the house, it's just laying on the top of the TV stand, just on there. And there's not a channel that has bad reception. It is a very rare time when anything cuts in and out.
I mean, I ran into a similar thing back when I was living up north. Like the first place I lived, like there was just whatever reason I was a mile away from the broadcast towers.
Yeah.
And for some reason I just couldn't get it, like NBC or whatever. I just couldn't get it. And then I ended up getting a house moving basically just on the other side of town, about the same distance away, but everything came in fine.
Yeah.
It was just like, what is going on? It was nuts.
That's the weirdest thing. Like all the factors that get in the way of that signal getting to you.
Just nuts. So,
who do you think's gonna win the game?
I was just gonna ask that.
All right, well, I asked you first.
Oh, darn you. So,
should we go with who do you want to win the game first?
For me, it's the same answer.
Okay.
I think who I think's going to win and who I want to win.
Yep.
Is going to make a lot of people angry.
Don't do it.
Yep. I'm going with the Pats.
Don't do it.
See, this is no. I don't get it. I don't get the hate. I don't. I am Team Evil League of Evil.
Oh God.
I got to do it.
No.
I enjoy seeing how mad and pissed off people get about the success that Tom Brady and Bill Belichick have. I'm not even a Pats fan.
Yeah.
Like I don't care for them to win at all, but when it comes to, the Super Bowl and everything, and if the Packers aren't in it, screw everyone else.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's just wreak havoc.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think they're gonna win.
Sometimes it's nice to be on the dark side,
I guess, yeah. You just go on over. They have cookies.
Sometimes I just want to watch the world burn. When it comes to the NFL fans and everything, sometimes I just like to watch it burn.
Yeah. I just don't want it. I don't want them.
But
and
why?
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Exactly.
I don't know why. They're just always there.
Yep.
I don't know why.
But they're always there because they're that good.
I understand, and it's so hypocritical because I'm like, if I were on a power team that just like always made it there, there's no way in hell I would ever be like, oh, this is unfair and this is silly. Let me go play for some garbage team, maybe the Cardinals.
No,
because they're terrible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like players play to win championships. You play to win the game. Right? Vince Lombardi, winning is everything, right? is famous for saying that. I mean, it's like we're watching history with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and obviously other players or whatever. But those are kind of the two. That's the combo, right? And you just we're watching history. When they retire, when both of them retire, Pats they're down. They're done. They won't be in a Super Bowl for a long time probably. Other teams will rise to the top. But for now, we are watching an era of football where this one team is just outclassing 31 other teams.
Yeah, and I think it's like they obviously are doing something right? Like they've put together a team that has just been solid year over year. They've got some key players that they've kept around, and they're obviously doing things right. And I agree. We're in an era where this is an era. They've got the guy, they've got the couple people that they need in place that are going to get this job done, and they've been killing it. And I feel like that's probably why people are always rooting against them at this point. Is people don't like to root for the person. Some people don't like to root for the person on top.
Let me ask you something. Did you or did you not root for Michael Jordan?
And that's the thing. Just take my whole argument and hit it with the Polar Vortex.
Yep, that's what I do.
Because you're right. You're right. It's silly. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know why. Because you're right. There's so many other times where I see a team or players or someone who's excellent at a sport or excellent, in music or whatever they do, and you're like, hell yeah.
Michael Phelps, Usain Bolt, all these dominant forces in their sport. And
nobody's like, oh yeah, I hate Usain Bolt because he's so fast. Yeah. Other than the guys that are getting just mollywopped by him.
You root for them time and time again because they're excellent.
Yeah.
But I get why people don't want to see him win again.
I think the other thing for me personally this year is that they've kind of been acting over the past few weeks or this year, we're the underdog and we're them saying we're still here or nobody believes in us.
Well, that's because the spreads, the Vegas betting spreads, keep going against them.
Well,
that's really what that comes from. It's not necessarily that people think they're not gonna win or whatever.
Yeah, I thought they were well. See, okay, now you've corrected me. I'm still not rooting for them. It's not gonna happen. But you've again foiled me and my argument. I didn't know the spread. We played this thing at work, cover 5, and it's a thing where all you do is you pick 5 teams, and you pick which team is going to beat the spread.
Gotcha.
So I know what a spread is now. I get it. It didn't stop me from doing terribly and coming in the second or third to last.
Well, right. But
some weeks it was better to not pick at all. You could pick.
You could do that.
Yeah, you could do picks and then end up with negative 57 points.
Oh, ugh.
I think there were only 3 or 4 people out of the 12 that did it this year that had positive points, and you would be better off some weeks not picking at all because then you just get a flat negative 40 and you're good to go.
I guess that's one strategy.
Yeah,
but I mean, I know why people don't want to see him win, right?
Yeah,
because we like to watch underdogs, right?
Yeah,
as kind of, we sort of like to watch underdogs.
Yeah, because you were saying earlier, you love the star, but you also kind of want the little guy to have one.
Yeah. But, we obviously love underdogs in, college basketball, March Madness.
Oh yeah,
because it just makes we're really a fan of chaos. Is really what it comes down to.
I think we all really just want to watch the world burn.
Yep, it's just different ways to watch it. In sports, we're talking about sports though.
Yeah, just sports,
not actual. You don't want to see California on fire for an entire summer again.
No, could we cut that out?
Yeah, but
could we change it?
But yeah, like the thing is, like, why would you, if you think about it, for this year the Rams are going against the Patriots, so it's a rematch of Tom Brady's first Super Bowl, where he upset he did that last minute drive or whatever to upset the Rams or whatever, and then, and the history has been what it has been ever since.
Yeah.
That was beating Kurt Warner in the greatest show on turf or whatever. So now you have the Rams, who are now, I guess you would say, the underdogs. So it's flipped.
Yeah.
But you also have the Rams, who moved to LA just a couple years ago. Actually, just like last year, right?
Yeah.
Last year was their first year in LA. They just completely, their owner just completely took them away from St. Louis, left that city in the dust because I want to go to a place that has, more money, more lucrative for me and my assets and my investment.
Yeah.
Like,
running a business here.
Like the Rams, that ownership, that's not, all clean and good guy, all angel-like up in there. No. There's some evil in there.
The Deadspin wrote an article that I haven't read yet, but I was going to go back and read it. That was like, let us remind you of who, like, owns the Rams.
Yeah, let's not act as if the Patriots are so much worse than the Rams are in terms of bad guy-ishness.
Did you hear about that journalist who got fired, or the TV producer who got fired?
From where?
So he got fired from the news station that he produces for, because Brady's doing like an interview or something, and he puts up the graphic Tom Brady, known cheater.
Oh.
gets fired.
That's hilarious. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're gonna get fired for that. But if he already accepted another job, not a bad idea.
I'm on my way out anyways.
Yeah. Go for it.
I'm done with this.
Why not? If you're not worried about the bridges being burnt, create some heat during this polar vortex.
You're a wild card, right?
Yeah, wild card.
Someone gonna wild card. Someone gonna hire you? We don't know what this guy's gonna put up.
We don't. Yeah, we're never firing you. Don't you ever do this to us. So I guess with all that said, all the debates, I guess, have you changed your mind at all, or are you still firmly anti-Patriots, anti-dynasty, anti-greatness?
Oh.
I'm throwing all those at you.
Wow. So
look, I'm not even a fan. I'm not a fan. Of the Patriots.
And that's the thing, is I'm not a fan of either one of these teams. I don't care. I love that Gronk is a big dumb idiot.
He's hilarious sometimes.
And he's fantastic. I don't know what it is, but I have not changed my mind, and I don't want to.
And that's your right. That's your freedom in this country. Yeah. We have, I think it's in the First Amendment, freedom to root for anyone in the Super Bowl.
Right. Yeah. I think that's exactly what it says.
Right.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Binary Brothers Podcast. We can't wait for you to tune in next time. But until then, make sure to find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, and BinaryBrothersPodcast.com.